Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today I'm going to be reviewing Glitch's Trip. Glitch's Trip is developed by Ransack Studio and published by Rogue Games. This game is a platformer, and you play as this little green dude, and you play through the game with him, and you just try to complete each level as quickly as possible while collecting the collectibles and killing all the enemies on the screen. So I'll start at the beginning just to kind of show you some of the levels, and I'll also show you some of the harder difficulty levels on a couple of the harder difficulties on the first few levels as well. So basically in this game you have a gun that you can shoot with your right stick, and then you can jump with your left trigger, and you're just basically gonna try to climb through and blast away at enemies and things as you progress. So you'll see the first enemies here, these little balls. Oh, I got hit. Oops. Yeah, so you just need to try to avoid those and knock out to get to the door. Not a bad first little level there, just to kind of get your feet wet. They do get harder pretty quickly, actually, because with a lot of types of obstacles like this thing. And if you hit right trigger, like it's saying, then you can hide your character behind the shield, keep you from getting hit. There's a good place to use it. Alright. And there we go. And up here, sorry, up, yes. Alright, and here's another type of enemy that, now this guy, you'll see that he's tied to the door there, and I can't go through the door until I kill this enemy. Some enemies are tied to doors like this, so in order to progress, you're going to have to kill these enemies. But that's okay, you've got a nice little gun, and you can kind of jump back to avoid if he shoots at you, and I did pretty good. Usually takes 3 or 4 shots on it for most of the enemies in this capacity. Oh, I just want to make sure I don't get hit there. Alright, and I'm almost to the end of the second level. Pretty nice little first levels. First couple levels. So this is the third level, and this introduces another thing. And as you progress through the game, you find a couple new things as well. So this is going to change the way the blocks work here, and you can jump off. After a few seconds they do revert back, which is why the green ones are back and lit up, but it does make it so you can find platforms that you weren't able to go up or around until you've done that. You'll see another more interesting one here. Now I could have skipped that enemy because he wasn't tied to anything, but I still wanted to kill him just to get him out of the way. So when you jump into this, you hold your right trigger in to cause it to go away like that, and then of course I just showing you that, so wait until it comes back and then do it again so I can actually progress here. So oh shoot, I messed that up. Let me try that again. So jump over here, and then you're gonna jump up on this ledge here, and then you're gonna jump back over here and climb up to the top. Oh, failed. Now let's do that one more time. The one time I fail is the time I'm actually recording this. So let's just get this right. Oh, shit. How do I keep failing? Alright. So yeah, the mechanic does actually take a little time getting used to, but it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty neat little mechanic. The way you jump on the, there you go, the way you jump on the blocks is kind of cool, because you can just climb straight up the side of the wall. So then you want to blast these blocks away, and then in this area you're going to see there's blocks below, and I'm actually going to blast some of those away just so I can get through it easier, and then I'm going to hit this and get to go down, and this is the end of the level. So that's how you complete this third little level. I'm actually going to switch back and go to a couple different levels just to kind of show you different things. Yeah, let's go to level 6 here. This is actually a different type of level. You're going to see that there's a lot of enemies on the screen, and they'll have, if I jump down here, you're going to see that there's a door with all these lines on it, and those are all the enemies you have to kill in this level are to get the door open to complete the level. So not so much are you going to have to worry about a ton of things in this level other than just beating these enemies. So I'm just going to jump around here trying to look for the other enemies on the screen. There's another one. Nice. So in this level, there's other levels like this one as well later in the game, and you don't have to use these, but you can in order to find the enemies, but I just chose not to because I can jump everywhere I need to go. So this is a power-up that you can find. There's power-ups that are going to give you shields like this, and there's power-ups that are going to give you like a weapon that shoots all sorts of different ways. There's lots of cool power-ups in this game, actually. You see I just jumped on that enemy and caused him to explode. I still have the shield, though, because he didn't actually end up hitting me, and that opened the door. And so then I can complete this level. Overall, I find this game to be really quite difficult. I'm going to show you some of the difficulty differences on this 6th level, just because how hard this can be when you have a higher difficulty. You'll see everything's shooting across the screens, and a lot more enemies, a lot more things shooting at you from a long distance, and so you're going to have to try to get through these levels on these hard difficulties, especially for achievement purposes and things of that nature. And it's quite a difficult game. You'll see there that one enemy actually hit that other enemy, which caused him to die, which is a cool thing that this game does. You can definitely utilize the environment around you to take out enemies. And I just jumped right in. Oh, and I died. Okay, let me try this again while I'm talking here. But yeah, so you can utilize the obstacles in the game. As you can see with that enemy, I was pushing him back, and that caused him to explode. And that actually benefits you because you can use enemies to do different things. I'm gonna pick up that shield like I found last time. Oh gosh, that almost hit me. There's a lot more enemies on this on this difficulty, as you can tell. And then let me get that. Oop, get away from that. Kill that guy, and then get down here. Ooh. Oh, he took my shield out. But yeah, so overall, I think the game is quite a bit of fun. It's a pretty difficult game. So you know, if you're not great at platformers, you're probably gonna have some trouble with the completion on this from an achievement perspective. But if you're a big fan of platformers, you're probably gonna like this game quite a bit. And I just died again. You see, I'm not the best at platformers. I like platformers, but I have tendency to not be great at them. Platformers like this are designed to be hard, so I definitely had the expectation that it would be difficult going in. But it definitely isn't. It's definitely not too forgiving unless you are just really good at these types of games, which I can be hit or miss on. That was kind of cool. Like I jumped on top of the enemy and crushed him. But there's a. Let me talk about the achievements for a moment. I try to complete this here. So there's quite a few achievements in this game. There's actually 34 total achievements. I will warn you that there are some odd numbered achievements in the game. As you see that I had 154 gamer score out of the game so far. The achievements are quite difficult and do require quite a bit of different things, and there's some speedrunning type achievements as well, and they're not super easy by any stretch of imagination. So I'm probably the next achievement I'm gonna get in the game is for dying so many times. So there's achievements for completing 10 levels in a row without dying. That means obviously one's for dying, there's ones for squishing enemies, there's one for lasering enemies, shooting an enemy into some spikes, completing all the different areas, which I've completed a few of, beating the game all the way through, beating challenges, or beat the game all the way through on the challenge difficulty. And then there's these speedruns achievements, which are for completing individual levels without getting hit, or in a speed run type setting, or anything else like that. And then of course there's some of the achievements I'll show you that I've already actually achieved, like getting 100 kills, kicking an enemy in lava, completing 7 in a row, shooting an enemy into some turrets, fire, and dying for the first time. So as you can see, there are odd number of achievements. If you don't like that, then you will probably want to stay clear of this, because they are pretty difficult. And now I will say that most of those achievements are probably stuff you can get as you progress through the game. not too far necessarily, so if you want to keep the even gamer score, you definitely have to go pretty deep into the game to get those 3 achievements right there, just to even that gamer score out. But I don't mind that too much, so I'm not too worried about it, but some people do are bothered by those things. At any rate, I do think the game is a lot of fun. I think it's a really good platformer. I've seen a lot of crappy platformers come across Xbox in the last couple of years, and this is definitely up on the scale of decent ones that I've played. So I definitely recommend this one. It's also not at a bad price point at $12.99, so it's it's a pretty reasonable thing. I think it's the first game that this developer has actually put on Xbox, so hopefully we'll see more from them in the future. Just a pretty nice little game. It is difficult, like I said, but it's a nice little platformer. So if you decide to pick it up, let us know what you think in the comments, and have a nice day, everybody.